Tokyo Ghoul fucking king, baby. Tokyo Ghoul Re right now. First of all, I love the fact that this latest chapter, which for the most part, I just want to focus this video on the whole one-eyed king stuff, the Ken Kaneki, Arima, Eto triangle situation or whatever, but the fact that even the motherfucking title of this manga, the sequel manga, even had a purpose to begin with other than just like, oh, you know, the Tokyo Ghoul sequel, the Tokyo Ghoul continuation, that it actually had a purpose in the plot is fucking insane and just shows how incredible Sui Ishida is as a writer. Whenever Tokyo Ghoul does end, it'll be a fucking sad day because I absolutely love, adore, and fucking praise the living shit out of this manga. It is truly a modern day close to masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really fucking is. But Sui Ishida has proven in even these instances right here with everything that transpired in this chapter, the title of the manga tying into the plot and shit like that, he is an incredible writer, and whatever he does after this, I'm gonna be following him very closely. So let's jump into it. Eto, Arima planned all of this shit, and their goal was to basically build someone up that can take out Arima and take over that throne, but also to put in the public image, especially to ghouls, that there's somebody out there that got your back. If there's somebody that could take out the great and incredible Arima, then there's hope. And I think that was one of the things that I definitely wanted to do, is to give hope to the ghouls that just felt like, what's the point? Arima, anytime he comes, he's gonna fuck us over, which to a certain degree, you gotta look at it like, okay, maybe Ken could have taken out Arima. Maybe, you know, it was in the bag or whatever and he just couldn't do it, which it was pretty much to that point in their fight. It was almost guaranteed, like, you know, he could have done it or whatever. And then Arima just slit his neck. So it's kind of like, it's a Pyrrhic victory to a certain degree because Ken didn't even want to do it to begin with. In the past couple chapters, he's just been like, in total, oh my god, that was like a father figure to me, what the fuck? So you can see he didn't want to do it, but I guess to a certain degree, it kind of got a question because a lot of people are saying, okay, well, Ken is right now the ultimate strongest in this verse, which I got a question as well because of something that happened with Eto. Because up until this point, Eto has been a phenomenal monster, and honestly, I am a little bit, when it comes to the fact that Furuta was able to take her out. Now, granted, she wasn't at 100%, she wasn't, you know, at her best, she was a little bit weakened, she only had that little dish, and also she was thrown off guard because she didn't realize how strong Furuta was, but, man, like, I wanted Eto to go out in an absolute blaze of glory. I wanted, like, 40 CCG members with sharpshooters and quinkes coming after her, and then they finally get her or something like that, with Arima leading the prey or whatever, which obviously that wasn't the goal at all, whatever, but to see that Furuta did it, it in a way makes me think, fuck, man, I think Eto deserved a bit better, but at the same time, it also builds up Furuta to give an even more credible threat so that Ken Kaneki can't just walk around swinging his balls everywhere, hey, I'm king, I'm the strongest, because Furuta is out there, and Furuta took out Eto, and if Furuta could do that, then it kind of makes you question, okay, are there other people that are at that level, which again, is like, I wanted Eto to go out in such a bigger way, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm not mad at it, I'm just like, Eto was such a fucking monster, and it's like, Furuta, you piece of fucking shit. But then the ultimate goal, because one of the things about Tokyo Ghoul, and I think that's why, to a certain degree now, in retrospect, why they had to switch things up for the anime, Tokyo Ghoul Re has been one of the main things about the One-Eyed King. Everybody's been like, who's the One-Eyed King? They naturally thought it was Eto. Eto said, I am not the One-Eyed King, and then so on and so forth. And for this chapter to finally reveal everything, that Arima was the One-Eyed King, but he was a stand-in for the person to truly become the One-Eyed King. So this was all an incredible plot, and it makes me think, fuck, I want to go back and see everything and how it truly unfolded, because a lot of these people were pretending to hate each other for the sake of peace, which is insane. And it makes me think, like, couldn't Arima, I mean, I guess because the balance is such a thin line between the humans and ghouls and the hatred and everything, because it's like, Arima had the strength, if he really wanted to come out and fuck everyone up and really restore order himself. But then at the same time, you got to think, okay, if, you know, really strong CCGs all jump on him and ghouls and everything, he probably couldn't have done it, so that's why he had to come up with this master plan. But then at the same time, you gotta think, what if Arima, Eto at their strongest just went ham and started destroying everything? Couldn't they have restored the balance themselves? Which is not me talking about plot holes or whatever, I'm just hypothetically speaking. And now another thing is, morally, people are saying, well, Eto really wasn't good because she did this, she sewed this person's eyes shut or whatever. Read her comments very carefully. She wasn't saying she was a saint, she wasn't saying that she was doing this for ultimately, yeah, I'm a righteous motherfucker. She said, I'm going to wreak havoc. I'm gonna actually look for the quote, but in essence, she was saying, I'm gonna wreak havoc, I'm gonna fuck this world up, and then I'm gonna do a factory reset and make everything back to the way it should be. I want to take this fucked up piece of shit world, fuck it up even more, and then give it a factory reset. Meaning, I mean, to a certain degree, even though Eto was like, oh, so all along she was doing this for some sort of peace, but she didn't give a fuck, and I'm sure she doesn't really feel guilty, and I mean, to a certain degree, maybe one or two people can be justified, but majority of these people, you could look at it, and especially if you look at it from her point of view, these people did her wrong. Her own father, instead of just being there for her, he kind of, you know, put her existence to the side. Whenever he needed to come in and help her, he was there, but ultimately he didn't help raise her, he didn't really do much for her, he left her with Noro. So you can see where the resentment for him and, you know, the fuck you comes into play, where it's like, you didn't give a fuck about me, you left me out to dry. What, you jump in once in a blue moon and think that that's, hey, I'm helping my daughter? Fuck you. The Noro situation, making him a living puppet or whatever, I think to a certain degree that's her own mind state of like having him around because she fucked up and, you know, he's dead or whatever, so her mind was all distorted. And I mean, I guess I could see where some people are like, hey, that's fucked up or whatever, but in essence, it was just a twisted reality that she had in her own mind. The shit with Kane, I mean, it's a very far stretch of the imagination, but a lot of it was, I believe, to build up Kane's strength. It just was a very morbid way that she went about it. But ultimately, again, you gotta look at it in essence, she wasn't doing this in a very kind way. She wanted to fuck up this piece of shit fucked up world even more. So everything that she did was pretty much with no fucks given. They did have a purpose, but ultimately it was like, whatever happens, happens. I just want to get to that goal. And I mean, at this particular point, our boy, Ken Kaneki, the fucking tragic motherfucker himself, is truly now the one-eyed king. And it kind of makes me question now, what is gonna be the static? Who is going to be the foes? Is it going to be Kaneki with the Zero Squad versus the remainder of the CCG versus the clowns? Is that going to be the plot set forth? Because, oh, I just got to say one thing, and everybody's going to feel me when I say this shit. I quit. You felt that. I know you did. So yeah, kind of right now I'm at a loss with like where the fuck everything's going to go. It's kind of just like, holy shit, we got the new one-eyed king, and Arima, he never claimed that spot either because it was just kind of like, I'm going to show people how strong I am by constantly fucking everyone up in my path and constantly defeating all my foes, but that one person is gonna come and it's gonna show the world how strong he is, which it's something that we've seen before in manga, whatever. I don't think it was to this degree. The fact that especially Eto was involved in all this, and Eto had her own plans as well, alongside Arima, to kind of do this factory reset, so to speak. So yeah, do I need to say that it was an amazing chapter? Like, I feel like it's a moot point at this point for me to say 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, or whatever. You fucking get the drift. Tokyo Ghoul is absolutely amazing. This isn't necessarily a review. I don't know, you want to call it a review, reaction, analysis of the situation, whatever. It's just me talking about the amazingness that is Tokyo Ghoul Tokyo Ghoul King, baby. Tokyo Ghoul One-Eyed King. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, do you think that Eto was justified in everything that she did to get to this point of a factory reset, to build up this threat known as Ken Kaneki that could potentially change the world? How do you feel about her defeat at the hands of Furuta, that she's actually dying, dead, or whatever you want to say at this point because of Furuta? Do you think that she deserved better? Do you think that Furuta that just builds him up even further? Also, what do you think about Arima being the one-eyed king all along, or a stand-in at the very least, and now Ken Kaneki donning the crown, which it's only gonna get more fucked up and tragic from here. And your overall thoughts of Tokyo Ghoul lately, baby? Like, honestly, again, I will have that long-ass video of me going over every detail, which I'm gonna have fun with it. It's just, it's a long video, right? I'm gonna get to it though, I promise. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Tokyo Ghoul King, baby. It's come a long way.